Merry Christmas and howdy holidays, YouTube. I've been sick with Nurgle's rot for the past month, but now I'm back with a very special Christmas-themed Warhammer lore video. I'm still recovering though, so this one is going to be more of a listening one rather than a ton of funny edits one. So kick your feet up and relax. It turns out that yes, the Empire celebrates Christmas, or at least something that's basically Christmas. No, it's not Sigmarmas. It's called Mondstille, and it's been mentioned in a few places, but most recently the adventure, The Spirit of Mordstila, which is available for 4th edition, and is a heartwarming tale of a hungry goblin and holiday cheer. Maybe I'll do a video on it sometime, who knows. In fact, it was actually originally a fan-made adventure for 3rd edition by this guy, Clive Oldfield, but they hired him and published his adventure for 4th. So, you know, don't let your dreams be memes, guys. Anywho, Mondstila, or Worldstille in English, is the day of the sun's lowest point, and of Ulrich's highest point of the year. It is the winter solstice, the shortest and darkest day, and some use it to mark when hungry wolves begin to edge into civilization, circling farms for the odd sheep or occasional child. The winters in the Empire are harsh, and the scarcity of food makes things that much harder. However, despite all of this, the mood of Mordstila is anything but dour. These trying conditions serve to unify communities, and in the face of the deadly winter, citizens of the Empire are expected to extend offerings of support and tolerance towards their neighbors, for without the help of their neighbors, none of them will survive. The day itself is one of mirthful festivities, copious amounts of feasting, and time-honored traditions. Everything surrounding Mondstila is symbolic of the end of the previous year and the hopeful prospects the new year may bring. It is important to note, however, that this is not the New Year's holiday of Warhammer. It's not actually even close, by about a month. You see, it's just after Ulrich's Zeit and just before Forhexen. Mordstila represents a lot of things to a lot of different people. It is the day that Tal and Raya meet, and their worshippers light bonfires in order to help guide their eventual return to the old world. For the faithful of Ulrich, god of wolves in winter, Mordstila's significance is plain to see. Bonfires are lit in his honor in cities across the Empire, even as far south as the Wissenland. Outside villages, wolf pelts are erected on sticks to pay homage to Ulrich, and to make his children think twice about coming into their village. There are also tales told of a mysterious figure wearing a wolf pelt who goes around leaving presents for villagers in remote towns throughout the Middenland and the Reichland. Some of these presents have even made it as far as a villager's hearth without anyone seeing who left them. Worshippers of Verena, goddess of truth, justice, and law, often view Mordstila as the crossroads between the past and the future. And some even believe it contains the moment the world actually stops moving, briefly, before resuming its path. Not to be left out, Sigmarites have inserted themselves into Mordstila, as they have with almost every other imperial tradition, by taking just about any Mordstila parable or tradition and adding, "And Sigmar may have done that too." And now it is time for the traditional game of Imperial charades. And as you know, Sigmar loved charades. Probably. Yeah, it wouldn't be Christmas without charades, would it? It's funny though, the boat notes that due to the lack of literacy in pop culture, the topic of most Mondstila charades tends to be the same dozen or so religious parables. There are a number of other notable traditions, such as keeping the Tal log, much like a Yule log, but you keep it lit for the entire week of Mordstila, and it is bad luck should one go out, for it is said that they ward off spirits and evil demons. A somewhat new but increasingly popular tradition is that of gift-giving, which is, some say, just a ploy by Marienburgers to take people's money. This is, however, especially popular in Altdorf, where it becomes yet another battleground of social dominance and display by the wealthy, but Even in rural communities, people are known to give simple and practical presents to their loved ones. It is also tradition for those even far beyond the empire to take the winter solstice as a time to reflect on the previous year and to ponder on the year to come. In the empire, this takes the form of the traditional Mondstille Eve blessing. Some parts of the empire like to give thanks for the good things of the year past, but others like to call out all the bad things of the previous year in hopes that it stops them from happening again next year. In all parts, however, it is customarily a time when people name their hopes and dreams for the future. For some, this is a few short words.
I wish that Dad wasn't dead.
For others, a long and selfish tirade. And please, Sigmar, if you find it in your heart, strike down that bastard, Reichenbach, and break his legs, every last bone. Amen. The most important part of Mordstila, however, is the feast. This ritual gorging of oneself represents defiance, solidarity, and hope against the winter and its many deadly forms. It is also a way of showing respect to Tal and Raya by demonstrating one's confidence that they will return, and with them, the turning of spring. It is traditional for one to glut themselves on seconds or even thirds if enough food is around. And that's Warhammer Christmas. Pretty nice, pretty comfy, all things considered. Either Warhammer Thanksgiving or Pie Week is probably next as far as these lore videos go. Pie Week holds a special place in my heart, so it probably will be that one. Anywho, if you have any Warhammer RP questions, or you just want to scream at me for continually missing self-imposed deadlines, feel free to either leave a comment below or join the Discord. Have a beautiful holiday season, everyone. Hang in there. I know things might not be easy for many of you during these holidays, but you will get through it. You're all incredible and stronger than you think. Like, look at Clive Oldfield. He was in such a bad place that he actually tricked himself into believing that he enjoyed 3rd edition so much that he wrote a whole adventure for it. And look at him now. He's living every nerd's dream of having their fan wank officially published. Let that light a fire under your asses, and may that fire keep you warm this Mondstila. Later!